Okay, we're going to get into how to use our client portal, which is the best feature of the sponsorship management dashboard. It will save you so much time and effort and communication all in one place. So, how you get there is you go to sponsor list, you're going to go into the sponsor that you have that's active and you want to create a client portal for. We already auto generate a sponsor portal link for you, and this is it. So, this is always on if you want to regenerate it and stop the old link from working and send it to a different person, you can do that. You can copy this link and email it or message it to your sponsor, and they will get access through that link that you provide. And to manage your portal, you just go to preview portal. Okay. We're going to click that. It's going to jump out to that specific portal link. And this is what your sponsors are going to see. So they can select to manage any one of their bookings individually here. And they actually get a live preview of the ad that you created for them. So they can actually edit this. And what's nice about this is we have actually locked these different elements of the newsletter of the ad so that they can only change these certain elements. They can't rearrange your ad, they can't add certain elements, they can't add more images. It is all up to you in how you've actually constructed the ad. So for example, the CTA line, they can add a different link if they would like it to go to a different part of their website or their social media. They can change the text content here if they don't like the way it's done. They can up to 100 words or whatever the parameters you want. They can change a campaign for 4 weeks with this image and then change it after that to spice things up. They can submit that and it will actually update the ad here and update the ad in your builder interface. They can update the title of their sponsor, who it's from, all of that good stuff. They can also send you notes here if they're not worried, or if they're worried about something or confused. That will show up in your app in your review queue, which we'll get to in a second. They can take a look at the review history, and they can also send you messages right here. Once they update this, and I am going to actually just get another picture from ChatGPT here, just to make this easy. I'm actually just going to change this quickly here. We'll go with this one. No idea what that's going to be. Who's that handsome guy? All right, so there they go. So let's say they updated their picture. That's how they do it, and then they will hit submit for approval. Once they hit submit for approval, that specific booking that they change things for will change, and it will only change for that date that they change it for. It will not change all of the upcoming bookings. So if they want to use that booking that they changed again, they can just hit reuse. There's a button that shows up once you've approved it. This will actually lock for that booking until you on your end in your newsletter builder have approved that booking. So that's the way that you can kind of put guardrails on this so they can't just go in and do anything they want. You actually get the end approval for everything that you put in your newsletter, which is a great guardrail that we have put in place so that there's not random stuff coming into your newsletter. So let's just go ahead and change the most upcoming booking so that we can see that it's actually changed in the back end. Okay, so we're going to submit that for approval. Cool. So that's the baseline of how the client portal works. And what you would have done is the email that you signed up for our software with, you would have just gotten an email saying that, hey, so-and-so corporation, Acme Corp, has just updated their most recent booking. You need to go to your review queue and approve the booking. I'm going to pause this video so I can actually just show you that the email came through on my end. So you can see here that the actual booking was submitted. It'll actually show you the changes here. So this was the original, this was the proposed change, so you can see what they've changed, and then there'll be a link to actually just go and approve the review the changes of the booking. So pretty cool. You could be anywhere in the world and get updates about your sponsor submissions via email. And just send updates to your team if you want to. Hey, this is approved, this is good to go. So both of those booking changes that we made came in through here, and so it's an easy way to see, what the heck this person was up to when they changed their booking. So let's head back into Newsletter Builder. So I'm going to close the sponsorship client portal, and I'm going to head back here and show you where those bookings actually show up so that you can, manage them. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back out here, and we're just going to do a refresh and see this review queue here. So what's going to happen is those bookings actually showed up in the review queue. So for you to actually approve those changes in one click, you can just go to review changes and then just hit approve. What that's going to do is it's going to auto update the sponsorship creative that was in your newsletter builder. And if we actually go back out to the newsletter builder and just go to create new, and we take a look at the most recent booking for these guys, there you go. So it updated the creative in the back end. So you can just know stress-free that like anything that gets booked and approved through you is going to show up for that specific newsletter for that ad. This gave me a ton of sense of well-being and lower stress because I have an editor writing our newsletter for us, and I want to know and make sure that like our sponsors are our number one, they're our bread and butter, and I wanted to make sure that what they want in their ad and what we've agreed to is actually what's getting put into our newsletter. So that's the client portal in a nutshell. I know that's a lot to take in, but once you have the workflow ready and rocking for you, it's a pretty awesome feature that we built. So next, we're going to actually go into creating your storefront so that you can have a public-facing storefront and people can submit and book and pay for ads via Stripe integration right from the storefront that you have connected to your newsletter or your website. We will see you there.